Okay, so this is the unboxing of the limited collector's edition of The Devil Is In It, a limited edition of 300 numbered books. So we've discarded the actual transit packaging, and this is the box, the custom-made box that the whole package comes in. Obviously it's not a standard size book, so everything is one-off. So this is the slipcase, covered in linen, with a debossed central panel to take the Drew Christie cover art. Again, that's printed on art quality paper, exactly the thickness of the debossing, and it's individually glued into this, the slipcase. And then the slipcase has got foil block titling on the outside, which is echoed by the actual book that's inside. So the book comes in a tray. So that's the slipcase has got is lined as well, and then the book, the tray is in a sympathetic colour palette of this sort of burnt orange. So again, that's the book, covered in linen, and again with a similar debossed cover art. So the ribbon pulls the book out, and I'm going to come back to that. We'll have a look at the tray and the rest of the contents in a moment. So that's the book, covered again in linen, debossed with foil block, silver foil block down the edge. So this is a 380 page hand assembled sewn book. These are the end papers, again in the same colour palette. And as we turn, repeat the title page, the half title, dedication, and then the epigraph. And the epigraph is the first, the illustration is the first of the 16 original Drew Christie illustrations. They're to the same size that Drew Christie created them, printed and then hand tinted. And each one is tipped in. It's printed on semi-coated art paper, and then in every one of the 300 limited collector's edition, these are tipped, glued in by hand and positioned and glued in individually. So that's the epigraph, the contents page, the list of illustrations. That's Drew Christie, or his self-portrait at least. Forward by George Groon from Nashville. George, one of the legendary guitar experts from America. I'm going to say something about the typography. So all of the typography has been designed by Flaminia Rossi, and she not only did the typography for every page, but literally the typography has been created in the same way and to look in the same way it would look if it was hot metal letterpress. So not only are each of the lines justified, but even the leading between individual letters has been done on every line, so that it not only looks pleasing but reads extremely well and very fluently. So two typefaces have been used in creating the book. So this is the first of the narrative chapters. These are set in Berthold Eckidens, a German typeface designed in Berlin in 1898. And then the history chapters are set in Baskerville, an English typeface designed in Birmingham, England in the 1750s and cut by hand by John Handy for John Baskerville, who was a ran a typesetting house and printing business. The thing about this typeface, and you'll see what Flaminia has done, is there's a use of these ligatures where the S's and T's are actually joined, and tremendous attention to detail in all of the typography. And you'll see that original photographs are inset into the text, and then we then move into the second of the narrative chapters, then back to the Berthold typeface. The book is printed on 140 gram uncoated wood-free archive quality paper, raw edged or deckled edged, and with a ridged pattern down the edge. So that's the main book, and then just briefly to come back to the other contents that come with the collector's edition. This is a set of the illustrations. They're wrapped in archival tissue and are printed on 170 GMS art paper, slightly larger in format, so they work on these pages. And again, as you can see, it's the illustrations from the book, but just available for framing or just enjoying. George Beecham, the real inventor of the electric guitar. Gene Autry, Woody Guthrie. That's a quiz point in terms of the father of British skiffle and trad jazz, Ken Collier, Bert Jansch, etc., etc. So that's the additional part that comes with the collector's edition.